Hi there, James Savage from National Club Golfer, down here at Leicester Golf Centre today. This is one of the fantastic Toptracer driving ranges, really fantastic technology, to sort of track your shots and have a lot of fun when you're practicing your golf. But this is a good place for us to come and do a review, and this is the Wilson D7 iron. Wilson's game improvement iron, it's placed in their D300 range, so aimed more at your mid to high handicappers, sort of offset, chunky, strong loft, lots of help, lots of forgiveness. But I want to give these irons a good test here using some of this Toptracer technology. So I'm going to go hit some shots, come back, talk you through some of the numbers and talk a little bit more about the technology. Okay, so that was just a little shot there with the Wilson D7 iron. I've got it set up on the Toptracer. But what more about the technology on this Wilson D7 club? I mean, what Wilson were trying to do with this D7 range was kind of feedback from the D300 range was just a little bit too chunky, looked a little bit too much like a game improvement iron. And they're not trying to hide anything with this club, but they are just trying to improve those aesthetics. Like I said, they've removed the power holes from the top line, so it looks a little bit cleaner, straighter lines, but it's still loaded with that sort of same game improvement technology that we did see in the D300 range. We've got this power hole technology, and again, but in the D7 range, this sort of progressive through the sets. There's kind of more of this power hole technology as you go up into the longer irons, and that's just about allowing the face to flex a little bit more, giving you a little bit more ball speed. But like I say, they're very strong lofted clubs. This is the 28 degree 7 iron, so it's effectively a 6 iron. But Wilson say that the technology, the sort of CG placement, is still going to launch the ball nice and high. And just from my sort of first impressions when I hit this at the launch event I went to, and when I've been hitting them here today at Toptracer, is really nice sound and feel. It's a much improved sound and feel to what we saw from the D300 range. The looks to me, they are still very much a game improvement iron, just due to that size and the offset. But it's not offensive. They still look okay. But yeah, like a really impressive sound and feel. This style of club you wouldn't really expect to feel as nice as it does. So that's a massive bonus for me. So I'm going to carry on hitting a few more shots. I'm going to try and hit the green on this nearest the pin competition I'm doing here on the Toptracer, and I'll come back to you with some more numbers and a bit more of a conclusion on this D7 iron. Okay, so a really good bit of fun testing here at the Toptracer range at Leicester Golf Centre. And like I said, I've just got a little bit more launch monitor details for you here about the Wilson D7 7 iron. Like I say, a really good fun club to hit. I like the look. The sound and feel is so much better than what you might expect for a club of this nature. They're really nice and easy to hit. Before looking at any of the numbers, I was really impressed. So what have we got here from the data point of view? Again, 7 iron numbers. These are very good for me. Ball speed 110, 111 miles an hour, launching around about 20, spinning just under 6,000, carrying between 155 and 160, total up around 170. So they are very good 7 iron numbers for me. Good distance, good ball speed, and the club is kind of doing everything that I would want it to do. Is that a club that I want to play, that sort of that oversized sort of offsetty style of golf club? Probably not. I do want something that's a little bit sleeker, but I do think lots of golfers are going to really enjoy hitting this club. And I think when you think about that price point, the price point is very competitive, but I don't think there's much of a sacrifice there at all. So I think that Wilson have brought a really good product to market here. I think it's a vast improvement on the D300 in every aspect, in the look, the sound and feel. And like I say, these numbers are very good. Now, the one thing that I would say is we need to talk about the lofts a little bit more. 28 degrees on the 7 iron. Now that's fine, because like I said, these numbers are working for me. But what I do find is that as you then start to go up into your longer irons, if your 7 iron's basically a 6 iron, your 6 iron's basically a 5 iron, and I just worry a little bit about people buying a full set of these irons. Let's say it goes up to a 5 iron, and then basically the loft on that 5 iron is pretty much a loft on a 4 iron. But have you got enough swing speed to kind of deal with that loft? Can you launch that in the air? I think a lot of people can't. Like I say, that the less swing speed you have, the more difficult it is to kind of get the ball in the air with less loft. So what I would say to you, if you are considering a set like this, I would even think about about, you know, maybe going for a sort of a sand wedge, a gap wedge, and then maybe even just taking your set up to a 6-iron and leaving out the 5-iron, and that's when you might want to go into a hybrid, because I just feel that as those lofts get less and less, it's just a little bit more difficult to launch, and I think you're going to find those gaps getting a little bit too tight. So post your comments below about the Wilson D7, any more information you want about the SRPs, the specs, the shaft options, please post them below. But my first impressions and my impressions from hitting at Toptracer here and my other launch mod test, these are a very, very good club, and I think for the money they're going to be absolutely fantastic. So massive thumbs up for me, comments below, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, we'll see you again soon.